They say a father's love is measured not by what he buys, but by what he sacrifices. He didn't seek praise or recognition. His purpose was quietly beating in his chest. His day job was exhausting, draining the energy from his bones. But whenever the fatigue tried to pull him down, he remembered his reason. Returning home, the worn boots came off, but the father's duty was just beginning. He would walk into the small living room, greeted by the light of his life. She was his compass, his North Star, in a world that often felt too heavy. She didn't just want to see the world, she wanted to understand the universe. Her notebooks were filled with stars, geometric shapes, and dreams of engineering.
He didn't understand the complex equations, but he understood her passion. They would sit together, sharing a quiet dinner, sharing silent promises.
He would listen to her talk about gravity and thrust, nodding with unwavering support.
Narrator. But as the evening clock ticked, his second shift was calling. He tucked her into bed, promising that her dreams were safe with him.
With a kiss on her forehead, he traded his mechanic boots for a janitor's cart.
Long after the city went to sleep, his second life began. He was invisible to the daytime world, moving through the shadows of success, polishing floors that others walked on, cleaning desks where others made decisions. The silence of the building was his sanctuary, a quiet place to think.
He worked with precision, treating every task with undeniable dignity. Hours passed, the physical toll mounting, but his spirit remained unbreakable.
He knew that every floor swept was a brick laid on his daughter's path. At midnight, the building was completely still. It was time for his break. But while others might rest their eyes, he had a different kind of work to do. He wasn't resting. He was building a bridge to her future. From discarded library books, he was teaching himself advanced physics. He wanted to understand her world, to help her when the equations got too hard. It was a language completely foreign to him, but love was his translator. Night after night, the utility room became his private university. He traced the orbits of planets, learning the mechanics of the stars she loved. His hands, calloused from labor, were now mastering the delicate art of mathematics. Fatigue would pull at his eyelids, but the image of her smile kept them open.
He was just a janitor to the world, but in this room, he was a scholar.
And he was not entirely alone in this midnight sanctuary. The CEO of the firm, a self-made man, also knew the quiet of the midnight hours.
He carried the weight of the company, often staying late to chart the course ahead.
He knew what it meant to build something from nothing. to sacrifice sleep for success. But even leaders need a moment to breathe, to step away from the desk. One Tuesday night, seeking a quiet moment, he decided to take a walk.
He wandered through the empty, polished corridors that felt like a maze of glass.
He appreciated the pristine condition of his building, a testament to unseen hard work. Walking past the lower levels, he noticed a sliver of light spilling onto the floor. It was the utility room. He expected to find a worker taking a well-deserved nap. Instead, he witnessed a scene that would forever change his perspective. There sat the elderly janitor, not resting, but deeply immersed in study. The CEO watched in silence, observing the intense focus, the sheer determination.
He saw the thick, worn-out books. He saw the intricate diagrams being drawn.
He saw the photograph of the little girl, watching over her father's late-night labor. In this quiet, unassuming man, the CEO saw the mirror of his own father's sacrifices.
He understood immediately. This wasn't just studying. This was an act of profound love.
The CEO didn't walk away. He didn't return to his corner office.
He stepped inside. Two men, worlds apart in title, connected by the universal language of fatherhood. The elderly man looked up, surprised but maintaining his quiet dignity. The CEO spoke softly, not as a boss, but as a man who recognized greatness.
They began a polite conversation. No fear, no hierarchy, just mutual respect. The father shared his secret. He explained the drawings, the books, the late nights.
He pointed to the photograph of his daughter, his eyes shining with undeniable pride. The CEO held the picture. He saw not just a little girl, but a future architect of the world. He saw a dream that deserved to be nurtured, a fire that deserved to be fueled. They shook hands, a silent pact made between a father and a leader. The CEO returned to his office, but his mind was no longer on corporate strategy. He realized that true leadership isn't just about profits. It's about lifting others up.
He made a few calls, pulled some strings, and forged a key to unlock a door.
The very next night, the utility room door opened again. He didn't come with a mop or a broom. He came with a promise.
He handed the envelope to the janitor. Inside was a full academic trust for the little girl. The father's hands, rough from years of labor, trembled as he held his daughter's future.
He tried to speak, but the CEO just placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. A father's calloused hands had finally cleared the runway for his daughter to fly. He returned home, the morning sun casting a golden glow on a new beginning.
He sat beside his little girl, placing the envelope over her drawings of the stars.
Her eyes widened as she realized that her dreams were no longer just on paper. We stand on the shoulders of the giants who stayed up late, so we could wake up to a brighter morning.
Honor their sweat. Respect their silence. Make their sacrifices count. Because the greatest legacy a parent can leave is a child equipped to reach the stars.